Lovely show for you today. We are having some, cards just fell out. We are having some gorgeous readings today. Okay. All right. This is exciting. Right. I've been getting this really strong guidance, these really strong messages to really come from a place of encouraging you to be very true to you and to really tune into your own wisdom and really learn. Notice they're saying really a lot because it's time to go deeper, deeper, deeper. It's about trusting, learning to trust your guidance, your spirit, your inner wisdom. I'm Anaya Joy Halili. Welcome to Angel Heart Radio. Always excited to have you with me. As always, Angel Heart Radio programs are not to be used to replace your legal, medical, nor professional advice, nor your own sound judgment. And that also applies, of course, to readings. Now, readings are wonderful, beautiful, powerful tools, but you are in charge of all your choices, right? We're here to empower you, not disempower you by telling you what to do. Okay, so the cards that actually jumped out today are two cards, and they're so beautiful. Here we have Wolf Spirit. Look at this, turn knowledge into wisdom. It's wonderful to have knowledge, isn't it? There's so much amazing knowledge around us, within us, coming to us. But it's the wisdom of knowing what to do with that knowledge. So Wolf Spirit is here, calling you, guiding you, supporting you to turn your knowledge into wisdom. And man, oh man, this has been coming up a lot for me lately. And we have Bee Spirit. As you turn your knowledge into wisdom, sweet results await. Now, like all sweet results, they don't necessarily turn up immediately, right? Sometimes they take time. Sometimes it's a matter of going through the process, taking those steps, expanding on that journey. And it's a powerful time to do that right now. I mean, it's always a powerful time to do that. We do know that, right? But right now, it seems to be particularly powerful. Why? I have no idea. Janet Hickox was with Annette this week talking about the astrological forecast for July. Haven't heard that one yet, but I'm really looking forward to either listening on the podcast or watching. I encourage you to do so too, because Janet's really fabulous. She's wonderful. She's amazing. Okay, let me see what we've got going on here. Let me just set this up for you. All right, so if you would like to have a reading today, if you would like to receive some messages or a message from spirit guides, from your angels, Laurie's with us. Hello, beautiful. Welcome. Please do just add in the comments on the Angel Heart Radio live stream page, Facebook page, I should say, or even if you're on my page on Angel Heart Radio, just add that you'd like a reading in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to bring your message or messages. Sometimes there's more than one, right? I'll be happy to bring that through. I'm just going in to check that we're all streaming happily. And yes, we are. So here we go. Yes, please. A message for you, Laurie. Thank you for asking. All right. So today's cards, I am using the Colette Baron Reid deck, which, as you know, I love, love, love. The Spirit Animal Oracle. I really get a lot of powerful messages through this deck. You know, have you ever had that experience, guys, where there are millions of gorgeous decks out there? Probably not millions, but you know what I mean? But there seems to be a couple of decks that you really connect in with, and sometimes that lasts a long time and sometimes that lasts a shorter time. Also the Angels and Ancestors deck from Kyle Gray. Thank you both for creating these wonderful decks for us. Okay, so Laurie, do you have a preference as to which deck you'd like me to use for you, Laurie? Just let me know. And I'm just going to shuffle the cards now. And here we go. If I don't see a message from you in the next little while, I'm just going to choose the deck that I feel guided to. But I do love to give you guys a choice. Oh, okay. No preference. Whatever you drawn to. Okay, collect, bear, and read it is. Okay. Okay, the first thing they are saying to is warm to your own heart. Very important to warm to your own heart. Travel into your heart energy, Laurie. Very important time for you right now, as we know. And as you tune into your heart, they're saying that the chambers that you think are empty and will echo are actually full and waiting to be filled even further, if you can imagine that. A full heart feels like a full heart, right? Because we're limitless, we're endless, we're incredible divine beings. Here we go. Here's your card. Ooh, sing your own song, beautiful girl. Now, the canary spirit has come out for you. And this is exactly what we've just been talking about, isn't it? About singing your song of love into the world. Singing your own song. And this is such a journey, learning how to sing our own song, isn't it? We're very used to singing other people's songs, just singing along with others, being not sure what it is we actually have to say in the world, or to ourselves, or to others. But with this particular spirit card, I'm feeling that it's drawing you. Beautiful. She says, I'm trying to find my song again. Awesome. Don't you love how these cards work? And that's what happens when we tune in. But if you have a look at the card, you have a look, and then I'm going to come back. It's this part here I'm really being drawn to. Okay. Okay. They're saying that the notes of your song are pure and strong. It will not matter which order you sing them in. It only matters that you sing the notes of your own song, your own heart song, your own life song, your own wisdom song. This is what's so important for you right now. I feel like Angel Michael step into the room now as well. I feel like this is going to take great courage for you, as it does for so many of us. You're not without magnificent support, is what they're saying. You are not alone in this journey. So many of us are learning to sing our own song, to trust the notes, to be willing to just let them go into the world and trust, because we don't always know, do we? Just trust that the notes, even if they feel discordant to start with to us, they are true, they are pure, and eventually they come together and form a beautiful partnership with each other. And this partnership is there as pure support for us. Laurie shares, I love the shoreline and water and the colours on there. Yes, see, look at this. There aren't any accidents, are there? You know, sometimes a card will come out of a deck. Have you guys ever experienced this? And you think, that's not the message I want. And you keep looking for a card until it is the message that you think you want. It's trusting what comes. And it's the depth of the water, isn't it? Reflecting the depth of your song, the depth of your wisdom, the depth of your life, the depth of you. Gosh, beautiful. Trust your own song. Sing it out there. Sing it sweetly. Trust. Beautiful. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you for asking. If anyone else would like a reading, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. Laurie says, I have to trust in myself and stop following everybody else's song or words. Thank you, Anaya, as always. Yes, the shallows and the shallows and deepness, how it ebbs and flows. So true, Laurie. And I love the fact that what you're experiencing this reading right now and what you're sharing is also a reflection for others. So as you are feeling particularly drawn toward a reading, somebody else's reading, if you're watching this or listening to it later on the podcast, trust that. Trust what you're drawn to, what really feels like, oh, that could be for me, because it always is. All right. Oh, wow, a whole bunch just fell out on the floor. We're going to leave those there for the moment. Oh, hang on. No, we're not. Hang on. Hang on. I'll be back in a second. Okay. Oh, this is very interesting indeed. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. There are so many cards here, but I'm just getting the gist of it. All right. Okay. Right. So, have you guys been on to any of my Facebook pages this morning and seen that post I put up with the owl? Well, here's owl again. There we go. Owl spirit is here. You see clearly now. And skunk spirit has also come out. Now, hey, you might think to yourself, skunk, like, what's going on? Have a think about it. Have a think of the gifts. Have a think about the beauty. Allow that to come into you. Know your worth, right? Know your worth. So you see clearly now. Know your worth. There is always enough. Koi. Oh, look at that. It's like magic. I love it when that happens. It really is exciting when somehow the green screen disappears and it plays a little bit of magic with the card. You guys listening on the podcast won't see that, of course. And if you head on over to the video, to the live stream video on Angel Heart Radio on Facebook, you'll see it. Beautiful. There is always enough. And how often do we feel, are we absolutely certain, are we terrified, in fact, that there isn't going to be enough for us? There seems to be so much lack. It seems to be so obvious at times, doesn't it? And that's where our trust comes in. It's stepping outside of what seems to be, stepping outside of that illusion, what our physical senses are telling us, because our physical senses have limits. The limitations are there for a reason. They're there to encourage us and invite us to step into truth. And to step into truth, we need to step out of illusion, right? Yeah. Now, it sounds easy when I say it, right? I don't find it easy sometimes either. But the thing of it is, I'm always rewarded so incredibly deeply when I'm willing to take that journey. And it's not a reward for doing the right thing. It's not a reward for doing the best thing. It's a reward. It's an energetic reward that I experience because I'm rewarding my own self with honor, trusting, going with the honor. Okay, anybody else like a reading? I'm going to draw one for us all too, but this time I'm going to use Kyle Gray's deck, Angels and Ancestors Oracle. You can get these decks everywhere online. Don't hesitate if you feel drawn to them and they feel right for you. Okay, it's this one here. Whoa. Oh, gosh, again. Laura, you're going to love this. Look at this. Can you guys read what that says? Have a look at this first, and then I'll come in with what the words are. Have a look at that. How magnificent. Star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. Can you see the rhythm? Can you see the beauty in that? Follow the voice of your soul. At the end of the day, I don't really think it matters what we call ourselves, whether we call ourselves star beings or whatever else, wise ones. It doesn't, I don't think it matters. I think it's about really trusting that journey, coming into that place in us that has been so beautifully prepared for us. It's like a beautiful banquet, isn't it? Everything we could possibly want is on the banquet table. Do we spend the time to simply walk through, browse, feel what we're drawn to? Or do we take the first thing we see that's on offer? Oh, yeah, that looks great. I'm going to have that. And neither are wrong. Here's the thing. Neither way is wrong. Everything has something for us to gain by, learn from. The experience of it is important and valuable to us every time. So allow yourself that privilege. Allow yourself that patience. And if you do find you're quickly taking whatever is there, maybe it's going to disappear, maybe whatever, right? It doesn't matter what our thought process is. Just experience it and enjoy it, and know that there's always more available anytime you want to select from the banquet. Now, guys, I also want to talk to you about your own readings today. They were talking to me about this morning. When you're giving yourself a reading or doing a reading for others, when I first started, and again, more cards have fallen on the floor. Isn't that amazing? All right. When I first started doing readings, crikeys, when was it? It was so long ago now. And I remember one of my most pivotal readings, because I would draw a card for someone. Oh, Wolf Spirit's back. I love it. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Wolf's going to sit there with me. I'd draw a card or cards from the deck, and I'd get that guidebook out and I would read from the guidebook what it said. And it always felt beautiful and wonderful. And yet one day, the person I was reading for said to me, she just looked at me and she said to me, "You're going to be really good at this when you put that guidebook away." And I was kind of knocked for a six to start with. But I took it in and I took it on and I really explored it and I really thought about it. And I began to realize she was absolutely right. The guidebook was a guidebook. That's all. It wasn't a substitute for me taking the risk to share what I was receiving to give, right? So with your own readings, be willing to trust. It seems to be the theme of today, doesn't it? Being willing to trust, being willing to let go, being willing to tune in, being willing to trust your wisdom, being willing to support yourself and your growth on your journey by taking the chance, risking it all to give what you feel, as opposed to what is simply written there as a guidepost, something to get us started. Be willing. Give what you're given to give. If you're not given anything, be willing to wait, because you actually are being given. You are being guided. But be willing to wait. And as each word or feeling or color or sign comes through, simply share it exactly as it is given to you. It's very important not to censor readings. That doesn't make sense. I won't say that. That sounds really obvious. I won't say that either. I already know that about this person, so I'm not going to say that. That's just me. You've got to be willing to give it. It's so incredibly important. And the other thing they're prompting me to talk about now is, sometimes people come into readings and they're worried they're going to get a bad message. In my experience, there are no such thing, because when we are working with such beautiful energies like our angels, they aren't bad news givers. They don't do that. You have to really tune into the love, the unconditional love that exists for us all, and exists for you too while you're giving that reading and at all other times. Because when we interpret something, and that's what we're doing the whole time, right? We're interpreting. Sometimes we get a clear message. We might hear it, see it, feel it, just know it, right? Might be a gut feeling. Very important to understand that if we are interpreting a message as, oh, this is really bad, this is something about us. It's not about the reading. There have been occasions for me where I might have received a reading something along the line of, pay extra attention when you're driving right now. It's very important that you're very aware, extra aware right now. Sometimes our concentration wavers when we're driving. We go into automatic pilot, things like that. That's not bad news. That's not a bad foretelling of something awful about to happen. It's simply a little reminder, a little nudge, isn't it? Pay attention. Stay focused. Watch where you're going. Trust your guidance. Listen to your instincts. How many times have you had a feeling to simply stop or slow down? Pull over, slow down the car, turn left here when you were going to turn right up ahead. I think most of us have experienced something along those lines at one time or another in our lives. And it's very easy, isn't it, to simply allow that to fade into the background instead of allowing it to come through for us more deeply, to explore that. Why did I feel that way? We may never know, but why is a great question. Why did I choose to slow down there? I don't know, but I'm very grateful that I listened. Eagle spirit is here saying to see from a higher perspective, which again is exactly what we're speaking about, isn't it? Seeing from a higher perspective. When we see from a higher perspective, we allow our channels to open. We allow ourselves to become clearer. And I feel that this is such a beautiful thing, because how many times do we shut down, turn off, move away from? Yeah. Before we hang on a second. Let me turn that down. Before we explore that fully, before we understand that sometimes we just need to trust that unknown feeling. We may never understand, as I said. I remember once driving along, was in Melbourne traffic, and man, oh man, oh man, I had been there for so long. And all of a sudden I had a feeling like turn around and go home. And my mind said, are you mad? I've been sitting in this traffic, for an hour now. But the feeling was so persistent. And then all of a sudden an opportunity opened for me to turn right instead of going straight ahead. And in the turning right, I was able to then safely do a U-turn further down that street. And when I came back, an opportunity opened and I was able to do, and I did. I went home, and I've never known what that was about. And the thing is, I don't need to know. It's not about the knowing, it's about the trusting. It's about the wisdom to simply be in the truth of unconditional love. Okay, the next one. Oh, the next card I'm drawing is, and isn't this interesting? Star Travelers come out again in companion with this next card. Hang on. There you go. You see that? Isn't it beautiful? Again, this is Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors Oracles. Traveler, move in a new direction. And when we couple that with the star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Look at that. So moving in a new direction, allowing ourselves to branch out, allowing ourselves to take steps in different directions. Allowing. That's another key word today, isn't it? Bringing that forward, bringing that through, giving ourselves that opportunity. When we allow the new to come in, it can feel like a bit of a wrench, because it often means that we are closing the door in the old. However, if we don't close old doors, new ones sometimes will just wait idly until we do, because that's our choice, isn't it? That's our free will coming in. What are we choosing to do? What are we choosing not to do? So trust yourself. Give yourself permission to simply move into new avenues. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. I love the way this works. Oh, there's the magic again, right? There we go. Love is all around, the nightingale. I've never heard a nightingale, so I'm going to Google that after this. Love is all around, because again, it's this continuation of the theme of the messages coming through today. It's so wonderful and so exciting to have these coming through for us from this unconditional loving source, from our angels and our guides, from Creator, everything that's coming through from Creator, from God, from Spirit today. Love is all around. As above, so below, as within, so without. Love is all around. Well, I feel that is the message that I needed to bring today for you guys and for myself. I feel like it's time to go now. And I want to thank you. For being present. So many of you come in later to watch later. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I trust that there has been something of significance in today's broadcast for you. I trust that there is something of significance in today's broadcast for you. And isn't that a beautiful thing? Thanks, everyone. Lots of love. Please do. Oh, you can check out our new show guide on angelheartradio.com. It's wonderful to finally have everything up to date there, because it just didn't happen for so long. I felt, see, that was the old and the new that I was talking about before. It felt like, oh, I had too many other things to really tidy that up, because I knew I needed to redesign. And it's a big job. Anybody that builds a website will know, if you redesign one thing, you've got to redesign the lot, right? But it was trusting and allowing for me. It was allowing myself to do it anyway, and to pay the respect to all the wonderful hosts that we have on Angel Heart Radio. So angelheartradio.com for the show guide, angellight777.com. You'll find the angel code there, angel messages, ascension symptoms, the angel numbers. There's so much there for you. And it's a real privilege and a joy for me to share that with you. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being with me. And I'm sending you a lot of love. Take good care of yourself. And I look forward to being with you again soon. Bye for now.